we're gonna go into talking about what's going on in Minnesota a little bit, and just the hypocrisy of the right. And now they're turning on the Second Amendment after the killing of Alex Peretti, and these people are just okay with being hypocrites. You saw the guy in here come in the comment section, try to make it seem like it's different. These they don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about the Second Amendment. As long as it's benefiting them, they don't really want it to benefit others. And to watch Trump come out and say, "Oh no, he's not supposed to have a gun," and all these guys are just like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." But I guess you guys are going to be there forever. I don't know if you ever think that there's going to be a different group of people in the office in the White House. That's going to happen one day. So you say it's okay to shoot down liberals, but if a day comes and someone else comes into the White House, what do you do if you all the things that you've made okay is turned around on you? I mean, understand you guys. You don't care. Kill the libs. Get the libs. I know. But what happens when a liberal wins and these things that you guys are making normal is normal for the next president, right? It's normal for everybody else. If Trump saying you not supposed to be bringing guns to a protest, so the next president he should be taking people out who bring guns to anything he protests that the left wants to do, right? We can just shoot them down. And hey, well, he brought a gun to the protest. So I mean, I know right now the shoe is on the other foot, and you guys are okay with that. But if the situation changes in the next 3 years, and there's another president, and he's a liberal, and we say, hey, look at all the things that they were doing the last 4 years. Let's just follow their policies. Let's start treating them the way that they were treating everyone else the last 4 years. Because these are the things that they say that it was okay. It was okay to do this and do that. So let's go ahead and do them things. How do you think you guys are going to react to that? You're going to be in the streets marching. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be upset. Just like the Tea Party and every other time there was a liberal in office and y'all was upset with the policies that was put in place. So I mean, it's not abnormal. Everybody protests. That's the way it works. But tonight we're starting a story that has cracked something wide open inside of conservative politics and honestly inside America itself. Because what happened on a Minneapolis street this weekend or last weekend isn't just about immigration enforcement. It's not just about protests. It's not even just about police violence, man. This story goes straight to the heart of a contradiction a lot of people didn't want to face. What happens when a Republican administration justifies a killing by arguing that legally carrying a gun makes you dangerous? What happens when the Second Amendment, long treated as sacred by the right, they said you're supposed to be able to bring your gun anywhere, stand your ground laws. They have those laws all over Arizona, all over the South. The Midwest are putting them in, Missouri. Everyone's putting in these gun laws that the Republicans swore was going to keep everybody safe and that guns is the way to go. Now they're turning around and telling us that you're only supposed to bring your gun to certain situations. It's crazy. So all the Black Lives Matter protests, when we see all those Republicans standing with their guns at the protest, even though the protest has nothing to do with them, they're there with their guns. They're not there to say they're against the police. They just there to say we are against the protesters. That's how they are. Now, to them, that's not supposed to be okay. The Rittenhouse wasn't supposed to do that. That's not okay. These things are long held to be secret by the right. Suddenly becomes an excuse for lethal force. And what happens when the person killed isn't undocumented, isn't armed in the footage, isn't violence, but is licensed concealed carry and an ICU nurse. We're talking about, Alex Peretti. You already know. and why the Trump administration's defense of that killing has triggered a civil war inside their own base. Because there's many Republicans who are like, man, hold on, man, this doesn't make any sense.
Yep, but let's ground this in what we actually know, not speculation, not spin. On Saturday last week, federal agents shot and killed Alex Peretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, on a Minneapolis street during a federal operation.
It's just Minneapolis. They keep roasting you for that. Just say it right.
That's how I say it, okay?
That's not the way it's said. It's Minneapolis. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
Anywho, multiple eyewitnesses show agents surrounding Peretti. They show officers discovering and removing a firearm from his person during the confrontation.
Right. We know.
What the video does not show is Peretti holding a weapon.
Right.
They do not show him aiming a weapon. They do not show him firing the weapon at all. And that matters because Alex Peretti was legally allowed to carry that weapon. Minnesota permits concealed carry, and Peretti had a license for concealed carry.
Right.
His possession of the firearm by itself was not illegal. He was a legal gun owner. Yet within hours of the shooting, the administration's narrative locked onto one central justification.
Right.
He had a gun.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the right use that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, they like I said, we've talked about Rittenhouse, and they in the comment section making excuses for him. That's how it's fine for him. But everyone else, you should have kept your gun at home. I don't understand, man, how it's always so different. Everything's always so different. Either you can bring a gun or you can't. It doesn't matter the situation. Oh, well, he was protecting his neighborhood. So, I mean, dude was protecting his person. What's the difference?
Right.
That's the laws in America, right? This is the way you guys have always wanted it. So it doesn't make it any sense. No, he said you can't have a gun in a protest. You can't walk in with a gun. What? That's right. He said you can't have a gun at a protest. Kyle Rittenhouse was at a Black Lives Matter protest. None of you people said that it wasn't okay that he had a gun at that time. Y'all said he was a hero
for carrying a gun,
for bringing a gun to the protest.
To a protest.
You said he was a hero. Trump probably called him a hero too then. He didn't say, wow, man, Rittenhouse, why did he bring that gun to that protest? None of y'all said that. We did. I did. Because I don't think guns should be there. But y'all told us, hey, they should be there. Y'all fought and fought and fought. So it's like, all right, whatever, man. And the dude was found not guilty. So, all right, you was right. Y'all was right. I was wrong. You could bring a gun to the protest. But now, oh, no, you shouldn't be bringing a gun to what? Come on, man.
See how fast they turn the other cheek?
Man, dog, it's just garbage.
Look the other way.
Man, goodness. Alex wasn't. I mean, why didn't
So why was he helping a woman that was pushed down by ICE?
Man, dog, y'all are so disgraceful, bro. I mean, so was Rittenhouse looking to kill? He did kill people. So was he looking to kill? Dude got killed. I don't understand how he was looking to kill. Couldn't he have just shot the dudes in their backs when they had their backs to him if he wanted to shoot them? Y'all are weird, man. And the thing that y'all talking for him and saying y'all know this dude's motives and shit is insane. It's really insane. But Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem went in front of cameras and framed the killing. We already know what she said. She said Peretti was attacking officers, had a weapon on him and dozens of rounds of ammunition, and that he was wishing to inflict harm, even though he never touched anybody or threatened anyone or anything. But he had a gun, so this is what MAGA. So anytime MAGA has a gun, we know this is what they're doing. They bring in guns to places to hurt people and
with
to
the intent to
attack
kill.
and inflict harm. We know that's why they always, it's my protection. No, it's to inflict harm. Y'all know what his intentions was. That dude can't even say a word. He's died. He's dead. And y'all sitting there telling us what his intentions were. And that's what their intentions are when you have a gun. So anytime Republicans have a gun, we understand what their intentions are. So we should just shoot them on the spot. You see a gun, just shoot them. Because Republicans say all people who bring guns are about to inflict harm. They have a clip, they have bullets, they have a gun, they're trying to inflict harm. Then we should just shoot them on the spot. I mean, that's their logic right now.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the problem: no evidence has been provided. They don't care about that.
Nope.
To support that claim. No body cam footage released to support that claim. You know, I saw a girl on Fox News like, oh, the body cam footage from a person is going to show something different.
What body cam footage? It ain't been released.
It just killed me, man. The dude hands was on the ground the whole time. But they trying to tell me he reached for a gun with all these dudes was trying to be. How stupid would you be? He's going to reach for a gun or what 8 armed dudes are beating him up. Okay, man. But, you know, we haven't had any forensic breakdown, no independent confirmation. And then came the line that detonated the political right. Kristi Noem said, I don't know of any peaceful protester who shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. That statement alone flips decades of conservative rhetoric on its head. Because for years we've been told that guns are tools, not intent. That's what they're telling us.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just a tool. It doesn't shooting people by themselves. It's just, the guns aren't the
don't
problem.
shoot people.
They don't shoot people.
Guns
It's
don't
not
kill
the
people.
problem. Guns aren't the problem. It's just a tool. That's what they tell us. But now, if you got a gun and you come somewhere with it, you come there to kill them. Like, dog, or is this just when it's a person from the left? When it's a person from the right, the rules are different. So y'all got to make me understand.
Make it make sense.
Make me understand. Is it when it's a liberal, the liberals are lunatics and they're just going to kill someone? Or is it when a person from the right, they don't have any intent? It's just a tool for the people on the right. But from the left, they're just murderers. I mean, make me understand. The law-abiding citizens carrying firearms are not threats, is what they told us. That rights don't disappear because of police or uncomfortable situations, is what the Republicans have said. But suddenly, under a Republican administration, carrying a gun is being framed as proof of violent intent. I'm so confused.
Right. And that's where the backlash came from. Not from the Democrats, but from gun rights conservatives.
Right.
People who voted Republican. People who defend ICE enforcement. The people who oppose undocumented immigration.
Mm-hmm.
They watched a Republican administration argue that a concealed carry permit holder deserved to die for approaching law enforcement. A federal prosecutor appointed by the Trump.
Are you serious? Go ahead.
A federal prosecutor appointed by Trump's DOJ posted online that approaching law enforcement with a gun makes a shooting legally justified. Then he accused critics of being Antifa. That didn't go over too well because gun owners of America fired back, saying, so now gun owners are domestic terrorists?
Mm-hmm.
The NRA is usually quick to attack the Democrats, but they criticize the rhetoric, but noticeably avoided directly blaming the White House. Mm-hmm. Instead, they shifted the blame to Minnesota's Democratic leadership. And that hesitation matters because it shows how uncomfortable the moment actually was. This isn't the left challenging gun rights. This isn't the right redefining them with or when gun owners become inconvenient.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. You know, it's inconvenient for their argument right now, and these are the type people to win an argument. They'll move the goalposts, and they'll do it with they don't care at all. They do not care. They would straight up just move the goalposts. You can conceal carry anytime you want, but there are stipulations when you can't like while committing a crime and hindering. Bro, you're gonna have to point to the video. What point of time in the video was he hindering federal agents by helping a girl up? Is that when he was hindering them because they were trying to push her down and she needed to be on the ground at that time? Was that the hindering that he was doing at that time? That doesn't make any fucking sense. And for them to keep saying that we were on an investigation, but you didn't have the person that you were looking for, they wasn't trying to block you to get that from getting that person. Dude moved away from them several times. His hands were put up several times. It's so dumb that we have to keep saying this. But you people are the type of motherfuckers. Video doesn't matter. Y'all straight up don't care, man. It's ridiculous. They were detaining, which is investigating. That's they weren't. Those are all American citizens. They were going against people who were blowing whistles, letting people know that they were on location. That was not hurting their investigation. They've had those issues going on since the beginning because of their tactics. But this is a wake up call. A lot of gun rights activists didn't expect, and they don't care because these people are hypocrites. They're hypocrites, man. They used to be anti-government. They used to be, in the woods building housing and camps and shit for they can kill the government. Now they're bootlickers. They're with the government. Now they're with ICE. Now they want to use the government to take out the people that they don't like. That's the new tactic. They used to be telling you, warn about the government. The government's coming. They're coming for us. They're coming for us. They're going to take your weapons. Now they're like, we're pro government. Let's go join ICE, man. It's insane, man. It's insane. I don't know, man. If they're stupid or just bots, I don't know, bro. They might just be stupid bots. I don't know. I just get a lot of Trump voters. We ain't got a lot of viewers tonight, but most of the time it's a whole bunch of Trump voters anyway. But we didn't expect this, man. The assumption has always been Republicans protect the Second Amendment vigorously, and this time they're really silent, or they're fighting for the government side this time. The don't tread on me people are with the government now. It's only don't tread on me when it's Democrats in the office. If it's a Republican in the office, then it's bootlicking and bending over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it. Yeah. Well, I've heard of it. I cannot say that I have read the whole 1984 book, but I definitely know the gist of what goes on in the novel. But this is definitely what we're living, and he dude got the years wrong, but it's definitely what's going on today, man. I have to agree with you, Ryan. Republicans protect the Second Amendment, man, whenever Democrats threaten it. But if it's a Republican threatening it, I guess they just gonna bend over. If they're making it that you guys can't take your guns to a protest. But I know that if this was a Republican that did it, Trump would have a different story. And we all know that this is just to protect their ICE agent. And we all know that if this was a Democratic president and a Republican did this, you guys would have a different story and you would have a different outcome on how you're feeling about things right now. Now, since it's a liberal, you feel real comfortable saying what you're saying. We appreciate it, Ralph. Thank you. You feel really comfortable, man. But the people know that you guys are moving the goalposts. The people know that you guys are not being genuine. We know if this situation was on the other foot, that you would not be happy that someone was shot just because they had a gun, and you would be protecting this person if they was a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, man, everyone sees through the eyes of their party, and that's crazy. That's not the way America's supposed to be. But that's what's going on right now, man. But that is also this this moment reveals is something much deeper, man. Any government that prioritizes unchecked enforcement power will eventually see rights as obstacles, not just protest rights, not just immigrant rights, gun rights too. If a legal firearm can retroactively justify lethal force, it possessions alone becomes proof of intent. Then the Second Amendment isn't protection anymore, it's a liability. And it's especially dangerous when the person killed fits the good citizen archetype. Conservatives often love to talk about and invoke.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Peretti wasn't a criminal, he wasn't undocumented, he wasn't armed on camera, he wasn't a threat in the footage. He was a fucking nurse. This shit's ridiculous.
ICU nurse at that, not just a normal nurse.
Right.
He's got one of the jobs that takes a lot of fucking work to do.
That's crazy. They let you bring guns to a bar. That's great idea. Awesome idea, man. I mean, even in the Wild West, they ask you not to bring your gun in the bar, man. These people are crazy. Anyway.
Right. But, after the backlash, the White House shifted their tone. Trump suddenly held conciliatory calls
Mhm.
in Minnesota's governor and the mayor of Minneapolis. Leaders had previously blamed for unrest. The Border Patrol commander, who became the face of the crackdown, was quietly removed from Minnesota, while federal presence was scaled back
Mm.
just a little. While leadership reshuffled, a federal judge has now summoned ICE leadership to court for allegedly defying court records with contempt proceedings on the table. That is not confidence,
Mhm.
that's containment.
Right.
And it suggests that the administration knows that this narrative has been taken too far.
Yeah, man. Ralph, I have to agree. I don't even know what Jared Kushner is even doing out there. Why he even spoke when they were in Gaza, showing the new plan there for they can build their hotels in Gaza and remove those people. Why is Jared Kushner there? What diplomatic role does he hold right now beside nothing? They went after Joe Biden's son, and the dude wasn't even in government. He's sitting at the crib. They trying to get him from shit from 1985. He smoked some crack and had a gun. And then they talking about weaponizing the DOJ. Like they are crazy. They're insane. But it's amazing that this guy is walking around, setting up deals. His sons are walking around talking to diplomats, setting up deals, selling the hotels. They're making money hand over foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the billions what he's made so far. And they're okay with that, man. They're okay with that. This isn't just about one shooting. This is about a government arguing that constitutional rights can be suspended based on vibes, man, based on who you're with. It's about law enforcement deciding intent after death. It's about accountability being replaced with press conferences. It's about a political movement discovering that power doesn't care who voted for it. It's the justification for killing a fucking person, a citizen. Then no permit holder is safe during any federal operation. They can just come in your house, see a gun, and just shoot you down. You don't have to go for it, go to it. Just like that one off Air Force officer who came to the door, had his gun in his hand, didn't lift it, nothing, was killed instantly. They come to his house, knock on the door. He come to the door with a gun. They just automatically kill him. Fernando Fastille, Minnesota. Man,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I got a gun on my side.
What you're supposed to do when you
Not
get
didn't
pulled
go
over by
for
law
it.
enforcement.
Didn't go for the gun. Nothing. They just shot him. Oh, you got to go. Pow, pow, pow. NRA didn't say anything.
Nope.
Didn't try to ride for dude. But this is the way it is in America. They want the Second Amendment to only be for the right. And this is their story. That's why everything that we're talking about the fairness, they don't care. They don't want anyone to have the guns except them so they can have the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's been. How they did the slaves, make sure the slaves can't get guns, even though they were freed. The ex-slaves couldn't get guns until motherfuckers fought for the rights.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep fighting for rights, man. But It's crazy. They want in their eyes, no holder of a permit would be safe. That's a liberal or black. Not in Minnesota, not in Texas, not in Arizona. Rights don't disappear at all at once just because you're black or liberal. They erode when exceptions become policy. And you're gonna sit here and act like it's like I keep saying, Trump is not gonna be there forever.
Nope.
He's not gonna be in office forever. And all the things that you guys are clapping, saying is okay, you're gonna be crying, saying it's not fair that the liberals are doing these things to us.
But this story forces us to answer or ponder a very uncomfortable question. If carrying a legal firearm is enough to get you killed by the state,
Mm,
what exactly is the Second Amendment for?
right.